Auzu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today I am going to teach the students of class 8. Subject is science and the topic is cell. My today's subtopic is cell organelles and their function. Firstly, I would like to tell you about firstly the cell. What is cell? Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. The basic structural and functional unit of life is called as a cell. Cell organelles. What are the cell organelles? These cell organelles are the tiny cellular structures that perform specific functions within the cell. हर cell organelle का अपना अपना अलग एक काम होता है, अपनी अपनी अलग function होती है जो इस cell में cell के cytoplasm में embedded होती है. These are called cell organelles. What are cell organelles? Cell organelles are the tiny cellular structures that perform specific functions within the cell. Firstly, we will take the cell wall. Cell wall. What is cell wall? Cell wall is present in plant cells. As you know about this, cell wall is present in plant cells. What is the function of the cell wall? It gives protection. It gives protection and rigidity to the cell. It also gives shape to the cell. So what is the function of cell wall? It gives protection and rigidity to the cell. It also gives shape to the cell. This cell wall is present in plant cells. In animal cells, cell wall is absent. Instead of cell wall, there is present a cell membrane. Cell membrane. In plant cell, in animal cells, there is present cell membrane. In plant cells, there is present cell wall. Both these, cell wall or cell membrane, gives protection and rigidity to the cell. It also gives shape to the cell. What are the chloroplasts? Chloroplasts are second cell organelle. Chloroplasts, green colored plastids or chloroplasts are commonly known as kitchen of the cell. These are also known as kitchen of the cell because it is green color and the chlorophyll is present in these chloroplasts. And why this is called a kitchen of the cell? Because the basic process of manufacturing food is carried out in these chloroplasts, which is called as photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is carried out in chloroplast. So that is why it's called the kitchen of the cell. Then comes the mitochondria. Mitochondria, it is also called the powerhouse of the cell. It is called as the powerhouse of the cell. Dear students, it is called as the powerhouse of the cell because mitochondria help us in release of energy, because it helps us in release of energy from food as well as store energy. So what is cell wall? cell wall is the outer covering of the plant cell. It gives protection and rigidity to the cell. It also gives shape to the cell. It is not present in animal cells. In animal cells, there is present cell membrane. Cell membrane also gives the protection and rigidity to the cell and also gives shape to the cell. Chloroplasts. Chloroplasts are called the kitchen of the cell because the food processing, food manufacturing process is carried out in these chloroplasts, that is called as photosynthesis, because these chloroplasts contain a green coloring pigment which is called the chlorophyll. Mitochondria, it is called as the powerhouse of the cell because it helps in the release of energy from the food and also stores the energy Nucleus transmits characters from one generation to another, because in nucleus there are present these chromosomes which are responsible for the transmission of characters from one generation to another generation. These chromosomes are present in the nucleus. That is why nucleus is responsible for the transmission of characters from one generation to another generation. So these were some of the cell organelles of the cells. What are cell organelles? Cell organelles are the tiny cellular structures that perform specific functions within the cell. First, cell wall. Cell wall is present in plant cells. It gives protection and rigidity to the cell. It also gives shape to the cell. In animal cells, there is present, instead of cell wall, there is present the cell membrane, which also gives the protection and rigidity to the cell. In today's topic, we read about cell organelles, cell organelles, cell wall, chloroplast, mitochondria, nucleus, and chromosomes. These were some of the cell organelles and their function for today. That's all for today. Thank you very much.